everyone. In this video, I want to talk about another topic which is very, very catchy and very, very important. I would like to talk about marriage. I like to talk about marriage and the types of marriages that we have in Nigeria. Do you know that we have more than one type of marriage in Nigeria? If you're a Nigerian watching this video, we have more than one marriage in Nigeria, and that is applicable to most African countries. That is something that is applicable to many African countries. So in this video, I want to talk to you about the different I want to tell you about the different kinds of marriages that we have. But first of all, I'd like to talk about marriage. What is marriage? I tried to look at the dictionary definition of marriage, and I saw that they said it is committing yourself to somebody or committing yourselves to each other. That's what the dictionary gave to me. That's the Encarta dictionary. We will not forget the biblical definition of marriage if we look in Genesis. That is, in the course of creation, when God himself created Adam, and then he made Eve also. So that is the beginning of marriage. And that is, it is in Genesis that God said the man will leave his father and mother and cling to his wife, and the two shall become one. So that is the beginning of what we're talking about when we are saying marriage. But in Nigeria, there are more than one type of marriage. And that is why this video is so important to you, for you to watch. Because Nigeria is a multi-dimensional country with different tribes, cultures, backgrounds, and several other things. Nigeria is a very peculiar kind of people and country. So that is why you will not find just one type of marriage in Nigeria, because of the diversity in Nigeria. Nigeria has 36 states, with the federal capital also making it 37. Nigeria has 744 local governments. And I can tell you that in many of these local governments, some of these local governments rather, there are more than one tribes and one culture there. So each culture or tribe regulates the kind of marriage that takes place. So it is very important we know that. It's also very important that each of these marriages, we need to know that each of these marriages have their own rituals, things that are needed, cultural backgrounds, and several other things, because of the diversity of Nigeria. And I saw in one research, they said there are more than 321 tribes in Nigeria. Can you imagine that? And very recently, somebody called me to say that their own tribe is not recognized in Nigeria, and they are struggling for recognition. And he was asking me what suggestions I could give them so that they could be recognized also. So other tribes that have been silently dominated by major tribes are also coming up now. They also have their own distinct cultures and traditions. That is why when it comes to marriage, in Nigeria, for example, it is not just a one-way thing. It is not a one-way thing. And it's not something that you assume. Many people are assuming the kind of marriage in Nigeria or the kind of marriage they are into. Can you believe that? Recently, I met with a couple. 27 years of marriage, they were assuming that they were married under a particular type of marriage, not knowing that it was not so. So they were ignorantly living for all these years, and I know it's not just them. There are several people watching today that may not know the kind of marriage they have gone into. Maybe some of them are even grandparents. Others are even, great-grandparents. Some of them have just been married, and others are preparing to marry. So if you're in this category, this video is very, very important for you. So in Nigeria, from statutory to religious and customary marriage, each comes with its own unique rules, rituals, and legal implications. So understanding these different forms of marriage is essential for anyone planning to marry or navigating legal matters in Nigeria. Very, very important. So whether you are married or yet to get married, this video is for you. You may be a father or a mother. These principles here will help you to know the types of marriages in Nigeria, and it will give you an informed decision on the kind of marriage you are into, or your son or daughter is going to go into. Very, very important. It will also help you to know where your marriage falls in these types of marriages. If you are in Nigeria, do you know where your marriage falls? So when I talk about these marriages, you will be able to know where your marriage falls. So like I said, a couple or many couples are living under the assumption that they are married in a particular way, which is actually not the reality. They are ignorant of the types of marriages in Nigeria. Many people are ignorant of the types of marriages in Nigeria. What are these types of marriages? So don't be living under the assumption that there's just one marriage in Nigeria, or just two. You will be surprised at the number of marriages we have in Nigeria. And that is what this video is going to be talking about, giving you the types of marriages so that you can have an informed decision. So if you find this video valuable, and what I'm about to say valuable to you, you need to share it. I want you to like and comment or share this video so that you can also have more information when I come up. Especially, you need to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. If you do that, every time I talk about very, very important topics, you'll be the first to know. So very, very important. So let's explore the types of marriages in Nigeria and what they mean. What do these marriages mean for you? Number one type of marriage in Nigeria is the statutory marriage. It is called civil marriage. Many people call it court marriage. But do you know that there are more than one court marriage in Nigeria? There are more than one court marriage in Nigeria, depending on which one you're taking. So you cannot say the first one, the statutory marriage, is court marriage. I hear people saying it is court marriage. It is not court marriage. In this teaching series, you're going to learn so much about marriage, and you'll be enlightened and your mind will be blown. The next form of marriage or type of marriage is the customary marriage. The next form of marriage is the religious marriage. Religious marriage here is referring to the Christian marriage or the Islamic marriage, that's the Muslim marriage. So we call those ones religious marriage. Another type of marriage in Nigeria is called the traditional marriage. Have you heard that? Traditional marriage is different from customary marriage. Don't confuse these two. I know that many people have been confusing that customary marriage, traditional marriage. They are two different things. The next type of marriage which we have in Nigeria that will interest you is customary court marriage. Can you imagine? Have you ever heard that? Customary court marriage. That type of marriage is different from traditional marriage, and it's also different from customary marriage. So you don't lump them together. It is also different from traditional marriage, and it is also different from statutory marriage. The next form of marriage is called marriage by proxy. Marriage by proxy. Each of these marriage types is tied to distinct culture, customs, and legal framework. Different cultural practices, like I said, regulate these marriages, and it's very important that you know them. I'm going to break these types of marriages down one after the other in my subsequent video if you want to know more about this. You need to subscribe to this channel so that when I'm talking about all the marriages in the subsequent videos, you will be the first to know, and it will enlighten you. It will help you. Like I said, if you are a father or a mother or a grandmother or a grandfather or a young person, a girl or a male, a man who you want to want to go into marriage, or you want to know, or you want to advise your friend on marriage issue, this is the place to be. So you need to pay attention. So like I said, if you're planning a union under the Nigerian law, is especially very, very important. So stay tuned for more insights on this channel, and the next videos are going to be mind-blowing. They are going to be explaining to you a lot of things. I'm going to also be sharing practical tips, like I just shared in this video, of someone. This issue of 27 years of marriage is something that happened in the past, like 3 weeks ago. They have been living together, married, they have children or grandchildren. They didn't know the type of marriage they were into. I hope that will not be you. So stay tuned and subscribe this channel. Don't forget to like I said, comment and share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in my next video. Bye.